Hey guys, I'm here, back again. Got a different video for you today. First one I'm going to do, it is the fall movie preview video. So I'm just going to go over some of the movies coming out in September, October, November, and December, so fall and kind of half of winter. But through the rest of the year, and just give my quick thoughts on what I think about them. And hope you like it. I got this, just so you guys know, I got this list off of IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, so I might miss a few and I might have some that you've never heard about. So let's get started with September. So we're already like a week in September. The one weekend we did miss that was the big one was It. I don't like horror movies that much. This one I know is kind of a little genre blending, and I know it's coming from a really popular book, and I've heard great things about it. I'm still back and forth on if I'm going to see it or not. But as far as this video goes, like horror movies like Annabelle, Insidious, some of that stuff, I'm probably not going to say much about them because I probably won't see most of them just because it's not my favorite genre. If you like them, that's great. For me with horror, I need like a little more horror sci-fi. That's kind of where I can kind of jump in, and I'm trying to jump into horror movies a little bit more just because I want to get every genre of movie, get to know them better. So I'm trying, but for now, that's where I'm sticking. Mother, it's another one I don't know about. That one's a little more psychological, thriller kind of thing, so it's a little different, but there's all these images, like I know the studio sending out like heart cakes out to people, and kind of gross, but we'll see. And I have a theory about Mother. My theory is that it's all inside Jennifer Lawrence's brain because she seems really crazy, but I don't know. If that's what happens, let me know. So this weekend, probably the biggest one that's coming out is American Assassin, and this one, it looked pretty good to me. I don't know what it is, but I think just over time, or I don't know if trailers are just being done this way, I feel like how I feel about a trailer is a really good gauge of how the film will turn out. And like I said, I don't know if that's me, I don't know if it's the companies that are cutting the trailer. Like this one, American Assassin, I could see it looked interesting. It was missing something. It was missing something that caught me to say, oh well, that's great. That's a really good movie that I want to see. And from what I've heard of, this is kind of the same way. It's like a kind of a fun action, but it's not really like, it's not the next Bourne, which was what a lot of people might think it would happen with it. I haven't seen Dylan O'Brien in a lot of things, and so I'm not a particularly big fan of him. I like Michael Keaton, but I'm sure he's great, but I don't know, the story just didn't look great. Now, Taylor Kitsch too, he looks cool, but yeah, these reviews for American Assassin have been dropping just, I think, in the last day, and from what I've heard, I might wait on this one, not see it in theaters. Next up, Brad Status. That is a little indie with Ben Stiller. Kind of the thing that he's been doing lately is like these kind of loser father figure types. You probably won't see that in theaters. One that I really am excited for that's coming out on Netflix is First They Killed My Father. This is directed by Angelina Jolie. This takes place in Cambodia. It was shot in Cambodia and used all Cambodian actors. And for me, I have a partial Cambodian heritage. And to me, this is very interesting to me. It hits home. It happens during Khmer Rouge, which is a really tragic time period. I was just in Cambodia a couple months ago, learned a bit more about all of this. I have family. My parents have cousins that died because of this tragedy, and I'm really excited to see it. It really resonates with me, and it's on Netflix, so that's easy and great too, so we should check that out. Rebel on the Rye, I didn't know this one until I looked it up. Got Nicholas Hoult, Kevin Spacey, Sarah Paulson in it, so just from the actors alone, it was really interesting to me. The story too, with I think it's about JEDI Salinger, that sounds interesting to me too. I need to see a little bit more before I commit to go see it in the theater, but maybe, we'll see. Big one, Kingsman, The Golden Circle. I love the first Kingsman. There was a little time period where I was kind of off of R-rated movies for personal reasons, and this was like one of the first ones that I saw back, which might sound dumb to most of you, but I saw it and I loved it. It shocked me. I love Matthew Vaughn, and just his visuals, his action sequences are awesome. And this one, The Kingsman I loved. I thought it was outstanding. The church scene blew my mind. Seeing Colin Firth in a way, again, I've never seen him in a role like that before. And really excited for it, really excited for the second one, especially all the additions. I can't remember any of these actors' names right now. Taron Egerton. Really excited for Taron Egerton in this film. He was a breakout for Kingsman, and I've been excited to see him in tons of roles ever since then. Still wish he would have gotten Han Solo, but he didn't. Too bad. Next up, Lego Ninjago. I really like the first Lego movie. I really like the Batman movie. I think I like that one a lot more than other people. I'm a bigger Batman fan than some people, so maybe that's why. But I thought it was really good. I thought it was really strong, funny, and I thought it was on the same level as the first Lego movie, in my opinion. It didn't do as well in the box office. Not sure why. Kind of weird. This one though, Lego Ninjago, kind of not as excited for it. I'm 50-50 about seeing this one in the theater, so I'm not sure. We'll see how it turns out. Next up, I have Battle of the Sexes. Emma Stone, Steve Carell. Looks really cool. I mean, it's kind of historical sports. This hits so many genres for me. I'm excited for this one. I definitely think I'll go see this one. Next one up is Stronger with Jake Gyllenhaal in it. This one I was kind of excited for. I love Jake Gyllenhaal is one of my favorite actors. I love seeing him transform and dive into characters. It's something that I really admire in what he does, and he does it again in this one. He's going into taking on this character of a real life character from the Boston Marathon bombing and just becoming this guy. It looked really good. I have heard a couple reviews, haven't heard that it was as strong a movie as people would hope. Probably not an Oscar contender, but it's that type of movie. So just from the couple negative reviews I've heard, I don't know, I might wait and just watch this one at home. Next one, American Made. Tom Cruise, one of the best movie stars, one of the biggest movie stars out there. One of my favorites to watch on screen. I'm excited to watch him in almost everything. He rarely misses. The Mummy was like one exception I can think of lately, but I love seeing him in all his do. I love how dedicated he is to the work and how much effort that he puts into it, and just how much he loves making movies. And this one looks like so much fun. It looks so cool. The character that he's playing is really interesting. I love drug trade, kind of crime kind of stuff like this, and it just looks like a lot of fun, so I'm really excited for this one. Next one is Flatliners. I have not seen the original. Don't know much about it besides what's come out from the trailer. Really intrigued at first seeing Ellen Page. She's always something that is a draw to me and always someone that I want to go watch in theaters, but I don't know, this trailer just isn't doing it for me. I keep watching the new trailers over and over again, and that's what I do with movies. Like if I see a trailer that hooks me, once I know I'm going to see a movie, I try to stop seeing any more trailers or promotions for it, unless it's something I'm really excited about, like Star Wars. But that's what I try to do so I can avoid spoilers and stuff, because that's happened in movies before. I try to avoid reviews because people can't help spoiling movies in their reviews just from things you say. You pick out clues. I do it too when I review films. I give away spoilers without even knowing it. And I don't know, this one, just I keep watching trailer after trailer, promotion after promotion, just trying to get into this, but I don't know, I can't get too excited about it. It seems interesting, but the trailers just seem really bad, really corny, kind of poorly acted. Ellen Page looks great, and I wish we could see her in more things. She's the only thing that's kind of pulling me to this movie right now. Next one is, I have on my list for September. Oh, I think I said October earlier. Last one on my list for September is Lucky with Harry Dean Stanton. I have not seen anything about this movie. I've just heard about it over and over again from other people talking about it. I'm not really familiar with Harry Dean Stanton's work. I know he's a veteran actor. That's the story that I love about it with an actor like this, is that a veteran actor kind of sums up all their careers and kind of hits this pinnacle point at the end. I think that's what a lot of actors should strive for, is to produce their very best at the end of their career. because you always want to keep progressing and keep getting better, and that's what it sounds like happened here. So that's the only thing drawing me to it. I need to hear a couple more reviews of it before I commit to maybe seeing it in theaters, but definitely something that I want to watch, keep on my radar. This is taking longer than I thought it would. That's September. Let's go to October. Blade Runner. Don't kill me. Camera died, so you stop talking. Okay, back to Blade Runner. I'm a big sci-fi fan. I love sci-fi, and this is like the sci-fi movie. This is the one that everyone always points to and talks to, and the big noir film that people always talk to about as well. And I just didn't love it. But this one looks amazing. I love Denis Villeneuve. I love Roger Deakins and his cinematography. I'm not a huge fan of Ryan Gosling, but I love Harrison Ford. But Ryan Gosling, he can be good. He's not a terrible actor or anything. He just doesn't always he's not a huge draw to me when it comes to a film. So I definitely think I'll still this in theaters. I'm just not as pumped as other people are. And but maybe that's good. Maybe it'll exceed my expectations because my expectations for it are kind of low. Sorry. Next up is Marshall, period piece. Looks okay. Not super interested in it. If I hear great reviews about it, maybe I'll go see it in theaters. But I might skip it. There's so much to see that I just might not get to it. The Foreigner with Jackie Chan. This looks awesome. I'm so excited about this. Jackie Chan, he's one of the best action stars to ever live, and to see, Jackie Chan has always blended his action with comedy. So to see him do something serious, strict drama, and especially at such an older age, he's playing like this grandpa type of character, and just to see him just kicking ass at that age, it looks amazing. I'm really excited for it. This is the kind of one I'd give a pass. If this had a bad story, I think the action scenes alone will just buy it for me. The next one up is The Mountain Between Us. This has Kate Winslet and Idris Elba in it. It's about them getting on a plane and crashing, I think in Idaho somewhere. So it's like a survival movie. It looks interesting. On the fence about it. If I hear good things, maybe I'll go see it in the theater, but we'll see. Sticking with the snow theme, next one up is The Snowman with Michael Fassbender. Fassbender is one of my top 3 favorite actors that are working right now, or probably all time. So anytime I see him in a film, I'm immediately interested in it, and I definitely want to check this one out. It looks kind of weird. I don't know too much about it, but I just love his performances and everything, and just to see him work is just always awesome. So I definitely think I will check this out, unless I hear something really bad about it, if this is one I want to see. Next one up is Geostorm, disaster movie. I've said this online, this is bad timing. People love disaster movies, they love to see it, but I think right now, just the climate that we're in, I think it's just a bad timing for us. I don't think people are going to want to see something like this right now with all the hurricanes that have been going on. It's been a bad couple of weeks. I just don't see people getting drawn to this. We'll see how it does. Suburbicon. This looks really weird. This looks very Coen Brothers-y, and they wrote it, so that's for sure. George Clooney, hit or miss director. With George Clooney, I prefer his dramas over his comedies as a director. But who knows, he could surprise us. Matt Damon looks pretty good in this. If I hear good things, I'll go see it in theater. That's basically my mantra in this video. So the last one for October that I want to talk about is Thank You for Your Service. So this is based on a novel. It's about PTSD and the effect it has on different soldiers coming for war. I read this book. I actually have the opportunity to audition for this film, so it's kind of been on my radar for a while. I've been keeping eyes out for it, and So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what they do for it, just because I read the book, I dove into the characters, and I've thought a lot about it. So it'll be interesting to see the interpretation of it that's put on screen. It's very gritty. It's very, I don't want to say dark, but it's very heavy. It's a very heavy story, and some bad stuff happens, but it's very powerful. And the book was a very great portrayal and very enlightening about PTSD and what it does to these soldiers when they come back. So I hope that the film can be as powerful as the book in telling the story. Alright, November. So now we're starting to get into the holiday movies, getting kind of back into the blockbuster mode, which is always exciting. First one up I have on here is Thor Ragnarok. The first trailer for this was awesome. I thought it was really cool. Ever since then, it's kind of died down for me. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not the biggest Marvel fan. I have my problems with their films, but I still like them. I still think they're good films overall. I just think that they could be better than they are. I think kind of the steam kind of blew out for me is because it's like, I don't know if this is true, but it's kind of in my head. It's like I can only be excited about one Marvel film at a time, and I'm more excited about Black Panther because the Black Panther trailer looks so cool. Black Panther looks a lot different from every other MCU film up to this point, and for that, the excitement for that is kind of overshadowing the excitement for Thor Ragnarok for me. It'll be interesting to see what it is, to see what Taika Waititi does as a director in the MCU universe, and to see what he does with his character. Jeff Goldblum is always a huge draw, always fun to watch. I love Chris Hemsworth, and I love Thor as a character. I think it'll be a good film. I'm just not as excited about it as I was before, but I definitely think I'll go see this in the theater. The Bad Moms Christmas is coming out. I have not seen Bad Moms. I still want to see it, but I've heard a lot of great things about it and how funny it is, and for them to come out with a sequel. I love all the actresses in it and everyone involved, and it should be good. Next one I have is Daddy's Home 2. This first trailer for this one made me laugh, and I thought it was perfectly cast as the fathers of Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg being John Lithgow and Mel Gibson. I'm kind of interested in this. Kind of interested in seeing Daddy's Home because that first trailer really made me laugh. So the big one, November, probably the biggest one that I am most excited about is Justice League. I loved Wonder Woman. I loved what they did with that film. I loved Gal Gadot. I loved so many things about it and how they kind of got the DCU back on course. And Justice League is so interesting too because of all the behind the camera stuff with the change of director, and then just with Wonder Woman's success and what that probably did to the film. It's going to be all brighter than it was intended, and I'm just interested to see if it's going to work and if they can bring it all together. I wasn't very excited about Aquaman or The Flash being in it, but now I'm a little more excited than I was before. So I'm hoping this will be good. I'm definitely think it'll be a big hit. I just really want the Justice League to get back on track and to kind of get to that same level where the MCU is as far as the quality of the movies go. Next I got Wonder with Julia Roberts and Owen Wilson and Jacob Tremblay, and this one just looks like a tearjerker. I think this is one of probably, just with all the films coming out during that time, it's going to be hard to get out to see it. Probably wait till it comes out later, but it definitely looks like a good film. It's got quality actors in it, and it looks like it's going to make you cry. So, new Pixar film coming out in November is Coco. Pixar's killing it. They always turn out good things. This one looks really good, looks really interesting. It just looks really exciting, looks like it's going to be another great Pixar movie, so I'm excited to see it. And last one up that I have for November is Murder on the Orient Express. This one looks really cool to me. This is one of those books that I've always wanted to read, but never got around to, but I've just always heard so many great things about it. The cast looks incredible. I really like Kenneth Branagh as a director. It just looks really good. It looks really intriguing. I love mysteries, whodunits. It just looks like a lot of fun, and it looks like it's going to be a great time. So I'm really excited for Murder on the Orient Express. Wait for that light to stop moving because I bumped it. Last up, we have for December And starting off on my list for December is The Disaster Artist. This second trailer just dropped like a day ago, and it just looks amazing. I'm so excited for this film. I haven't seen all of The Room, but I've seen enough clips and bits from it to know what I'm getting into and to know most of the references that it's talking about. I really want to read the book. This backstory just sounds so fascinating, and Tommy Wiseau as an actor, as a performer, as a creator, is just like his mindset and his story just sounds so interesting to me. James Franco, I think he should have been playing these characters his whole career. Like I was talking about Jake Gyllenhaal earlier, and there's a lot of actors that do this where they actually dive into a character, they become that character. You could say it's kind of method, but just these characters that make you transform yourself and make you become different from who you are. I think James Franco is really good at this. He's really intriguing to watch when he does this, and I wish he would do it more often. And the way he personifies Tommy Wiseau in these trailers just looks so incredible, looks so interesting. Dave Franco, who's really gone up in my list as an actor. I've really enjoyed a lot of things that he's done lately, and I'm really excited to see him in this. Those two playing, I think they're friends. They're not actually brothers, but they still have that kind of brotherly type of chemistry, and that looks interesting to me. Really excited about The Disaster Artist. I really wasn't on board with this at first just because I thought, oh man, they're just kind of trashing on this guy who, as bad as he is, I mean, he was trying all he could. They're kind of doing it out of love and kind of just telling this guy's story, and he's kind of backing him with it. I got a little bit more on board, so I'm excited about Disaster Artist. Next up is Jumanji. The Rock, just like Tom Cruise, he's one of those guys that I will always go see no matter what. I will always give him a chance because they almost always deliver. The Rock, his films aren't always great. They're not always high quality, good writing, good story, but he's just so entertaining to watch, and he's just so charismatic. I love his work ethic, just in film, in life, and just in everything he does. I get excited, so I'm really excited about Jumanji, and I think this will be really funny. I love what they're doing with the story and changing it up, having it be like kind of a game and having the kids go into the video game instead of the board game, and kind of the swapping of the stereotypical roles that you see. I love the whole cast in it: Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Karen Gillan. I'm really excited. I love the cast. I think this is going to be a lot of fun and it's going to be a good movie. Pitch Perfect 3. Pitch Perfect 3. Pitch Perfect 3. So, I really liked the first one. Second one was okay, but I still enjoyed it enough to recommend it to other people. This third one, I kind of feel the same way. I really like Anna Kendrick. I like watching her and everything she does. I think she's a fantastic actor, and I love seeing her in more things. So I definitely want to check this out. I don't know if I want to see it in the theater. If this franchise would have stopped after the first one, I would have been fine with it. Not the second or third one. I mean, they're fine to have as well, but I just wasn't begging for them. So. Hopefully it's good. The music usually is always pretty good and entertaining in this, so hopefully that's the same with that. They're all really funny. Rebel Wilson's pretty funny. So Downsizing. We just got a trailer for this too. This one looks really interesting to me as well. Alexander Payne. It feels like one of his types of movie. It's got Matt Damon, Kristen Wiig, Christoph Waltz. I love the cast for this. I love all of these actors, and the story just sounds so fascinating. I love these stories that are kind of like sci-fi-ish. Yeah, so like it's kind of futuristic, but it's still kind of grounded, and that's how this film feels. And just seeing the new trailer for it just looked really interesting, and I'm excited to see this. I definitely think, especially where it's placed, this seems like a really an Oscar contender. Next up is The Greatest Showman. This one, Hugh Jackman is such a great performer, such a great actor. Doing this kind of a biopic, I think, fits him really well. Hugh Jackman himself is a great showman. He can triple threat, he can do everything, and he's such a good actor. And I think at the end of the day, you have like this performance compared with Logan, like which one is gonna... They're both outstanding, but they're both so different. The story sounds really cool. This has an amazing cast. The music seems like it's really good. The music in the trailer hooked me, and I thought it was amazing. It just looks like a great movie. It looks like a good Oscar contender that a lot of people are going to be excited about and about to see. One of the films I'm most excited about ever since I saw the first trailer, Shape of Water. Guillermo del Toro, one of my favorite directors, one of my favorite storytellers, and this is just like such a great blend of like everything I love, like sci-fi, drama, romance. Sally Hawkins looks amazing in this. I'm so excited to see what the story that comes out of it, and it's just so weird, but it seems so heartfelt and touching at the same time. Everything about this film just like is exciting me so much, so I can't wait to see this. I've heard such great things from all the film festivals that people have seen this at. So Shape of Water, definitely high on my list. So finally, to end all things, of course, The Last Jedi. I mean, of course I'm excited for it. Of course I'm going to see it. One knows. I'm so excited that I'm not going to drink sober. I love Star Wars. A lot of people know that about me. I've delved deep into canon. I read all the novels. I love the animated series, and I've invested so much time into this lore that of course I'm going to see this, and of course I'm going to love this no matter what, even if without the flaws and stuff. This is one of those films that I'll ignore. I'll forgive all the little mistakes just because it's Star Wars and it's part of this story, that's part of this thing that I love so much. This film has to be a disaster for me to not like it, and I'm just really excited for The Last Jedi to continue on this story, this saga, and to learn more about what's happening to all these characters, Luke, Rey, figure out more about Snoke, Kylo Ren. It's so excited for The Last Jedi, and such a great way to end the year. So that's it. That's my fall kind of holiday season movie preview. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if I left anything out, or if there's anything that you're excited to see that I didn't really talk about or touch upon, or why you want to see it. I would love to hear it. Those are my thoughts and my little review about all the movies that are coming up. It's an exciting time. August is over, that dead season of film is gone, so we got a lot of good stuff looking forward to, and I'm excited, so let's go out and see movies. Thanks guys.